Greetings and salutations, world. I am the B.E.A.R.D Con Man, and with me is my good friend Rex Walls.
What's up, people?
Welcome to our review of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, this is going to be non-spoilers, guys, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, not to worry, we're not going to be discussing spoilers in this video. So with that being said, what'd you think of the movie, man?
All right, hot take. Now, we literally just walked out the theater. We haven't even said a word about it. We've been walking around a couple of minutes, but I have no idea what you're about to say. You have no idea what I'm about to say.
That's right.
I think it was a good story. I think it brings you everything that the MCU has been giving us. And we talked about it earlier. I think since Winter Soldier, I think MCU has really found their niche. They found their format. And this is exactly what I would have expected from Ant-Man and Wasp. What do you think?
No, definitely, man. I agree. It's definitely, you know, the fun that you would expect from an Ant-Man film, especially with what we've seen in the previous one. It's also a very much needed breath of fresh air and happiness and light after Infinity War.
Right.
I think, because you guys don't know, but I talked to this guy right after he saw Infinity War, and he's like, how am I supposed to care about Ant-Man after Infinity War? And I feel like this movie did a good job in answering that question. It definitely was fun. It was a good story. It definitely had that comedic effect. It was, you know, filled with good action, very cool action sequences and visuals. Just all around, I think, a very solid, fun installment in the MCU.
That being said, for me, I'm gonna have to say, on the small scale, I enjoyed it. Definitely gonna buy the Blu-ray. Definitely gonna watch it and enjoy it. On the larger scale, on the MCU scale, on the 19th movie, on 19th?
Yes, sir.
On the 19th movie of the MCU, after Infinity War, I just feel like this was a no consequence film. I feel like with everything you got going after Infinity War, I don't want to say filler episode because I feel like I don't want to lessen it or cheapen it because it was a good film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like it just kind of just filled the slot. I'm hoping that Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s. So I don't know if I'm going to have the same feeling, but I wanted it to connect more to the MCU on a whole. I kind of felt a little like I was left out a little bit on that. Okay?
Sure, I get that. Yeah, it almost had like a little bit of a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 feel, where it was its own contained story.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
For sure.
I get what you mean. From an overall affecting the MCU aspect, it answered the question, where was Ant-Man during Infinity War? So if you were wondering that question, this definitely answers it. But that's about as close as you get to grand scale when it comes to the MCU. He's absolutely right. This is a very contained story, very contained to Ant-Man and the story that was established within the first film. But I feel like, yeah, there was not really any consequence.
To connect that to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, that was, and I love Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I really did. But that was what a lot of people were saying too, like it didn't really connect. It's kind of more of a, and then with the way that they split the group up, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But I really loved Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Same here, man. I did too.
Yeah, I don't know what else we can say non-spoiler wise because I don't even know if I can say that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lay off.
This is how we will phrase it. Make sure it's a Marvel movie, guys. So stay till the end.
Stay tuned.
Enjoy the ride. It is a really fun adventure. Don't expect anything beyond Infinity War to answer questions that you may have had when that film ended to be answered in this one.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good sequel. One thing I will add, I liked that the villain was different. We didn't have the cookie cutter antithesis to our hero like we did in the previous one. So that was a nice change of pace.
And there are a couple surprises as far as who's who and how they're invested in everything.
Sure.
Yeah, without spoiling it, I did enjoy some of these new characters, and I think I can see them. Well, they're definitely going to be sticking around in the MCU, so
Definitely.
We'll see what happens in the future.
Definitely, for sure. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it. We're going to cut it here. Again, no spoilers. Go see Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's in theaters now. I am the B.E.A.R.D Con Man.
Got your boy Rex Walls.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. And remember, beard, be exceptional and rad dudes. And my beard is way minuscule compared to this epicness right here. So be more exceptional and rad like this guy right here. We'll see you next time, guys.
All right, guys.